Becky, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing for FairyLoot's November 2019 FairyLoot box. Mine got a little banged up along the way, so I hope everything's safe inside. I'm really excited to see what we got. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm really excited to see what we got. Okay, so first is the FairyLoot spoiler card. I'm going to put that to the side for the moment because I want to go into this unboxing blind, see what there is, kind of what references I get on my own, and then I'll do a more detailed look through later where I give credit to all the artists. And first we have an ornament. This is awesome because I actually just decorated my tree the other day. I'm a firm believer in you need to wait until after Thanksgiving to decorate your tree, but once it got to Thanksgiving, I was really wanting to do it, so I did it like the day or two after. And the wooden ornament says, "It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live," by J.K. Rowling. Okay, and the next item that caught my eyes is this big old metal thing. Faye phone ring. Oh, this is awesome, because I've been using the pop socket a lot, so maybe I'll swap it out for this instead. It says, "You're not my type. Faye are my type." It's gorgeous, like gold and black and deep green. Okay, and so the next item is an Angel Fall inspired iron-on patch. Now that's not something that I've read yet, so I don't get the reference, but it's like a teddy bear with a sword. That's unique. That'll look really cute on like I need to find like a nice canvas like side bag or something that I can put all my pins and patches on, because I want to keep them all together somewhere. Right? And the next item that I'm seeing is a nice wooden bookmark, but it's really thin, and since my box got banged up a little, it's kind of starting to break. So it's got this beautiful art on one side with somebody in a like kimono-y robes kind of thing, and then on the back there's a beautiful like lettering image that says, "All legends have a spark of truth. Elizabeth Lim." This is really cute. This kind of reminds me of a book that I read about Rumpelstiltskin with all the sewing kind of memorabilia all around. Let me see, I have it on my shelf. It's called The Wish Granter. So this item is a reading journal. I was wondering if they were going to do another one for the next year. I'd only kind of been using the one that I had previously. I liked it. It looked really cool. But now that I've been into bullet journaling, I can kind of gather from the reading journal what I like and what I don't like and kind of make my own in my bullet journal. But the art in this is fabulous. I love the style. I'll have to show up a lot. It looks like maybe it's astrology themed. Oh, almost definitely. I saw a lady with horns. I see a lady with crabs in her hair. Two ladies. So this one's even got a constellation in her hair. Oh, but it's gorgeous. Oh, and this one's for a full year. The other one that I got was only for half a year. Honestly, I think it being a little larger and a little more weighty will actually make me use it more. All right, and the next thing is a box. I wonder if this is one of the secret books. I loved the last one that I got. I keep all my bookmarks in it. It looks like it is. All right. Oh, so that has moons on it. And some just kind of like beautiful fantasy stuff in the middle. I love this. All right, and then the next item I can see are the tarot cards. Dang it, again, because my box got banged up on the way here, this item is slightly not pristine. They're a little folded in the corner, so I'm gonna have to set them under some heavy books and try and fix them. We've got the Devil and the World. I don't get these characters right from the get-go. I wonder if it's supposed to be a play off of the characters from the last book that we got, The Beautiful. That seems like that would be rather fitting. Hopefully the spoiler card will tell us. Okay, and now for the main event, the book. Wait, that's right. It usually comes with a few things alongside it. So we've got the letter from the author, which I'm gonna wait to read this a little bit later, and this art, which is really heckin' rad. I love people with horns. And then we have the Fairy Scoop, which I always love reading maybe like in the middle or to the end of the book to find out a little bit more about the author and kind of what they intended in the book and all that fun stuff. Ooh, and the next month's theme is Defying the Odds. Oh my goodness, and it's gonna contain 2 books. Crazy, I'm excited. All right, oh, this book looks gorgeous. Look at like that purple on that black. River of Royal Blood. There's a lot going on this cover. We got people with different tattoos that I'm sure symbolizes something. We've got a lady with a ball of light in her hand. It's gonna be some awesome magic. Oh no. It says in big letters on the back, blood magic. After like a super emotional beginning to the Mage questline in Dragon Age Origins, I cannot stand blood magic. It is terrible. No one should do it. Ooh, and the edges are this beautiful black. It just helps make the whole book look darker and more sensual. Love it. This is really neat. So they had our author sign it kind of in the middle here. It looks like this would have been here anyway. It wasn't a special page for the author to sign, but I actually like it. I feel like it fits in better with the whole book. Okay, so I'm going to start the next section where I go into more detail, look at these items a little bit more up close so you can see them better, and talk about the artists that made these items for Fairy Loot. Okay, so now I'm going to take a look at the spoiler card, which has a few sentences just on every item telling you about what book or book series it might have come from, as well as the artist who worked hard to bring you this piece of artwork. And on the back, we have the lovely image from just the Fairy Loot team for this month's theme. I like this one a lot. I love the flying cat. It's really neat. First thing that's listed is the reading journal. So I'm really excited, especially to have a year-long one. Last one that we got was only 6 months long, which is still cool, but I'm looking forward to having one big old book that'll encompass all of my reading feats for the year. So we have a month at a glance just for kind of planning your life, maybe putting out important dates on your calendar. Books I've read, I've only ever filled up 4 of these, but it's nice to have a big O stack in case you're really ambitious. Then we also have a little bit more detailed of a list here where you can put in book title, author, the date that you started, the date that you ended, and your overall rating. If I was going to remake this for myself, I'd probably make the rating section a little bit bigger. That way I can put kind of what I liked and didn't like. But here, there's really only room for maybe, if you can draw out stars, 5 stars, or ranking from 1 to 10. Same thing with books to buy. I wish this section was a little bit longer. I have a lot on my to buy / to read list. And then I really love the favorite quotes section. Just knowing that this is here makes me more mindful when I'm reading to look out for quotes that I like a lot. Unfortunately, I'm not always sitting near the book to be able to write them down in the moment. So I try to make a mental note so I can come back and write these down to save them for later. And then we have some lovely Zodiac themed art to mark each month. And the spoiler card says that the art on these months' headers is brought to us by @MonoLimeArt. Alright, and the next item, special kind of for Christmas here, is the wooden ornament. So this is what he looks like up close, some beautiful lettering. And this is brought to us by @KDPLetters. Alright, the next is an item that I was really excited about, the false book. So as you can see, this is the second one that they've done. This one looks like it's kind of in fitting with the reading journal, very astrology minded and lots of astrology imagery. And then inside we'd have a few kind of line art drawings and some quotes from some books that have been popular recently. So unfortunately, the next item on the list is the sleeping mask. However, since my box was really beat up when I got it, I'm thinking that it might have escaped from the box. So I don't have it here to show it off, but Stella Bookish Art was the artist who made that item. So perhaps she'll have it on her Instagram or Twitter or something, and you can check it out there. All right, and then up next is the wooden bookmark. So I was wondering who this handsome fella is, and it looks like he is a sorcerer named Eden from the book Spirit the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. And this is a quote from that same book, which says, "All legends have a spark of truth." And this lettering is brought to us by @Stella Bookish Art. And the character portrait is brought to us by @Mare Wild & Co. Right, so the next item on the list is the Iron-On patch. This is from the Angel Falls series by Susan E. And the artwork is brought to us by @Bookmarked.tattoos. And this one really caught my eye, so I'm excited to learn a little bit more about it. It just looks like a really premium item. Like, it's really heavy. To let you know, it's kind of like real metal. It's not like fake plastic just painted a metally color. And I think it's just overall really stunning. And so the art on this was brought to us by @Novarantel. The next up is one of my favorite parts of this loot box is the tarot cards. We have this gal for the World card. And we have this guy for the Devil. Oh, and these are from the Jack the Ripper series, which has been on my to-read list for a while. I think I'm going to buy it in my next book haul, because I think it's very important that I read that book soon. It looks really good. Anyway, the artwork, though, is brought to us by Lewina.art. Alright, and before we move on to the book, I just want to showcase some of the items that come in every Fairy Loot box real quick. So first up, we have the bookmark with the artwork from the month. And then on the back, it just says November 2019 and Magical Folk, which is the theme. And then we also have the Fairy Scoop, which is another great feature of this book loot box, in that you have a bit of an author interview and they tell you some things about their book as well as maybe other things they plan on doing soon. Then you have a little bit of a sneak peek into the next month's loot box. One last thing before we get into the book is the author letter. So this stunning artwork is done by @JohnArunneck. And then we have a nice handwritten note from the author that I'm looking forward to reading later. All right, and then finally we have the main event, the book itself. So it's River of Royal Blood by Amanda Joy. I kind of love that there are 2 characters on this book. A lot of the books that I've seen recently only have 1 character featured on the front. So this is really interesting. And here's where it says Blood Magic real big. I'm worried about that. Wonder how that's gonna go down. I love the black edging that just makes the whole thing seem a little bit more kind of broody and like it's going to be a bit of a dark story, which is always fun. And then we have one of the first pages, which has like a little spot here where the author is signed. I like that it's not quite as obvious as some of the ones recently, but there's still a little bit more space than if, say, they were just to use this page or something. And maps are always fun. All right, and then that's the start of the book there. Nothing else fun before it starts. I'm really looking forward to getting into this one. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so those are the items for the Magical Folk Fairy Loot Box for November 2019. Hope that you enjoyed taking a look at the items with me, and if you want to follow my book blog, which I'll list in the description down below, I'll be reviewing this book in about 2 weeks. Thanks for watching. Bye.